Hello, and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and I'm here with Scraplift Crafternoon, a hop that we do every Sunday where my friends and I find layouts that inspire us, like this one by Betty. And this is from Pinterest, and that information will be linked below. And we take it and you put our own spin on it, or some of us will scrap lift practically to a T. I am definitely taking my own spin. I have some embellishments by Stickabilities. I think there's some Miss Grossman's, just some stuff that's really old, some stuff that's just a year or two old. Then I have this stuff from Bramble Fox. This is the paper snips, and there's a couple little circles down here I want to use, and they send you these little epoxy things so you can make your own little epoxy flare. And then I also have these Bramble Fox perspectives, a paintbrush, and a little paint palette. And then this word adorable, which is so cute. I just got it in my February Fox box. And then I have this coordinations paper, that blue. And don't worry, I'm not bringing orange in. That's just my stencil. But this picture is about that painting in the background and this sweet kiddo who painted it and then hung it up in my office. So I've already cut this pie chart out so that, well, if any of you know anything about me and geometry, we don't talk very much. So I have these TCW stencil butters, and then I have this Vicky Bouton blueberry sour texture paste. And my plan is to put that in these little triangles on this blue paper and then to put this down. So I will be following the sketch, except instead of washi tape on the triangles, I will be creating my triangles with this paste. So, and I do have this this ink that I thought I might put down on this white hexagon, but I changed my mind. Spoiler alert. So I have my papers, my embellishments, and my mixed media, and my picture, and of course this awesome layout. So let's see how this goes. So the first thing I do is, obviously, I'm going to put this down on my paper. Now, I use paper a lot with paste because I can't stand to clean. Because I'm lazy. Now, here's the problem with using paper, and you will see that it will show in this layout. The paper will come up if you don't take it off quickly. Now, because this is such a large area, it definitely gets stuck a little bit in the paste. I am perfectly fine with that. Most of that little bits and pieces gets covered up. Now, what I will say is I pull out from using that blueberry by Vicky Bouton because it is dried a little bit and I need to do something with it before I can use it, and I wanted to get it done. So I'm going to set that aside and pull out the I think the one I pull out is like a green apple or something from the TCW stencil butter that I've already using the other two. But I thought I'd do all blue originally. But the painting that my friend painted for, he didn't paint it for me, but he did paint it and brought it to work to show me. And when I asked him where that hung at his house, he said it doesn't hang anywhere. And I said, you need to hang that. And so he hung it on my office wall. I was so excited and very happy. And so he and I took this picture together. And so when I was showing it to his mom, I said something about I couldn't wait to do a layout about it. I said, don't worry, I won't put it on YouTube. She said, oh, I don't care. So that's why he's here. And so, no, but he was very excited because I took a picture of him and he said, now I get to go on your happy wall. And my happy wall is my bulletin board in my office, which is covered with pictures. I'm a scrapbooker. Come on, guys. And they are matted on scrapbook paper and in rainbow order on my wall. And I just put pictures up there that make me happy, new ones, old ones, whatever. And so he wanted to be put up on my happy wall. And so that's where he is going to be tomorrow. Okay, so here comes the reveal. I did mix these on purpose. Some got mixed on accident, but I knew that would happen because that was just going to have to be the way of it. But here comes, and overall, it is a pretty clean cut. There's some spillage and seepage at the tops of them, but I'm perfectly fine with that. And okay, I'm sorry. I'm about to come on live in just a minute and give you a little information, and I don't want to talk over that. So I took the extra paste and butter, stencil butter, and just took a white piece of paper and smushed all this stuff through on it. And I'm going to pull this off and you'll see it. I think it's so cool. So you'll probably see it sometime in the future if you continue watching my videos, unless I've run you off with my insanity. So hold on. I'm going to come in with a live chitty chatty and then I'll be back to do some more. Okay, so I'm back on day 2, which I've never done before. I usually knock things out in one day, but this was thick and needed to dry. So I thought I'd come in real quick and say that this Vicky Bouton paint or paste was too thick. I think I can still use it, and I'm going to spray some water in there and maybe see if that'll help. But I just decided instead I would bring in this lime green stencil butter, which is from the same pack that I got these two. And I love how it turned out. I was sticking with the blues because the painting that he created is blue. But there are some trees and stuff, so I'm so excited. So now this is completely dry. It's day 2. There is some seepage, but I was using a stencil that I created on a paper. So I knew that there would be some seepage, which I'm perfectly fine with. And I have put this up on a puzzle of fun foam. So I'm just going to get that down and then continue with the adding all of the bits and pieces, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I am going to use Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to stick this down, of course, because it is on all of that texture paste, and I'm going to hold that down there for a few minutes so it can get good and connected. And that's why I love Nuvo Deluxe, because it doesn't take too long for it to really set. But it gives me enough time to move things around quickly. So I'm going to put the little paint palette and the paintbrush up here in the top because that's closest to that painting. And then I am going to use one of these clouds from the Stickabilities and put it up here because it stands out a little bit better. And I like the size of it. And I'm going to put one of these little paper clips things from Bramble Fox up here. It says this week. And then the other one I have says love this, I think. It's underneath the little recording thing. And then I'm going to put that adorable down on the bottom right there. And I just hold that down for just a little while so that that glue will set. I have not glued down the ones up at the top yet, but I will get to it. So these are the little epoxy covers that you get from Bramble Fox to make your own epoxy flare. And so when you get these paper snips, that's what they're called, paper snips, you can punch them out with your circle punch and then just cover them with those if you want to. You don't have to. And then there's a bunch of other things on there that you can cut out too, little word phrases, and I thought maybe I would do that, but really once I get the hearts on here, I add a couple more things, and then I'm so happy with the way this layout turned out, so I did not continue adding. So I just put a bunch of little dots of Nuvo Deluxe up there, and I'm going to start adding, I think everything I do is blue and green, except for the silver, which is those La Petites. I only use the silver. I'm not using that pink or the red. I really just want blue and green and then that silver on here. So I'm going to get those kind of scattered around. I'm not really worried too much about the direction. Obviously, I don't want them upside down or super sideways, but I'm not terribly worried about them being like cockeyed a little bit. And so I get them down, and of course I'm not making you watch me do them all together. It only took me 40 minutes. Now that doesn't include the paste because I did that yesterday. I'm recording this on Sunday the week before it is going live, and I did the paste on Saturday evening and then let it sit all night long because it is a little thick in places. But oh my gosh, it's so shiny and beautiful. I love the way it turned out. So after I get all those little hearts up there, I'm going to add a few little this and that. I can't even remember. I just finished this today, you guys, and I can't even 100% remember what I did. Ah, bless. It's been a busy weekend. I've been getting a lot of scrapbooking done because we're going to be on vacation the first week of April. And so I want to get March completed. And so I can work on that first week of April because I have a new series that I'm coming out with called Leftovers to Layouts, using up all those last minute little bits and pieces or that one paper from the collection and the 92 embellishments that you have left. So that is my plan for April, and of course all the other hops that I like to participate in, like Scraplift Crafternoon and Simple Stories and Pink Fresh, things like that. Iron Crafters, like I have FOMO for real when it comes to the hops and stuff, so I want to be involved in as many as possible because I love the inspiration and I love being a part of it. And so when people send out messages and they're like, "Do you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah." So, oh, okay. So I've got the little palette down and it's on a piece that's wonky because, of course, this is regular cardstock. It's nothing special. I think it's like a piece of coordination cardstock, but it's not any thicker than a normal bit. So I wanted to make sure to hold that down there. So there it is. I am so excited. I mean, hers is gorgeous. I love the washi. It's the first thing I thought of when I saw it, but then I got so excited thinking about not having to cut out triangles, even though I could have done it with the orange triangles and covered, just the same with white paper and covered it with washi. But I've just been really wanting to use mixed media a lot lately. And so that's what I did. So here it is. Here's the close-up. The link for Betty's Pinterest will be in the description box. And then the playlist for the ladies who are hopping along this week with Scrap-lift Crafternoon, let me get my words out, will be below as well. I hope you will go and check them out. I love being inspired by them. I talk to them on a pretty regular basis and get advice. So they are some amazing ladies. So I hope you all have a fabulous day. I hope you'll come back and see me again tomorrow. And happy scrapping.